Hello everyone. Today we are going to speak about our lecture concerning chapter 4. As you know, we are going to speak about the text meaning and translation. What do we mean by text meaning and translation? Definition of a text. Here we have the definition. A text is a linguistics unit higher than a sentence. This is the definition. A text is a linguistics unit higher than a sentence. Spoken or written consists of one sentence or more. Maybe the text can be defined or defined more than one sentence or more than two sentences. So we can say is a linguistic unit higher than one sentence or more than one sentence, spoken, written, or consists of, okay, as we have said, more one sentence. Let's move to another term. Another term of use for text meaning is a communicative meaning. Okay, and text meaning, a sentence is not viewed as abstract pattern made up of pieces filled by elements. It is rather semantic unit conveying a message. The message may be defined as the information encoded in a linguistic sign. Thus, when a sentence is emphasized as a part of text, it expresses certain information the speaker wishes to convey to the hearer. That's here to express something, some information, to convey it to hearer or to the listener of the speaker. Okay, this is another term can be used. Text meaning is a communicative meaning. Okay, that means use here communicative skill. According a communicative skill, we use this term by conveying the meaning between the speaker and the listener, between speaker and the hearer or the listener. Let's move to next. The meaning of a text sentence is determined not merely on the basis of preposition it expresses, but in addition on the basis of information or in the message conveyed by the sentence. How information is distributed on the various parts of the sentence. The distribution context of the sentence and information is generally divided into given and new. Given information can be retrieved from the linguistic or situational context of an utterance. New information cannot be retrieved from the context. We say new information cannot be retrieved, that means cannot be restored from the context, that you are moving something, okay, or conveying something else. So we have distribution context, the context or distribution context of the sentence. Information is generally divided into given and new. What do we mean by given? Given information can be retrieved from the linguistics or the situational context of an utterance. New information cannot be retrieved. New information cannot. Here we have two different. This one, okay, given information can be retrieved, but new cannot be retrieved from the context. Okay, so maybe I ask you, what is the difference? Define or differentiate between given information and new information. You say this can be restored. It can be restored or retrieved from the linguistics of situation context of utterance, but a new information cannot be retrieved or restored from the context. Let's move to next. A message, okay, a message carried by text sentence has 2 points of prominent importance. What are they? We have the beginning, number one, the beginning of the message, and this is number one, and second, and its end point. What do we mean by this one? Okay, these 2 points, which are positional determined, are called the theme and the rhyme. What do we mean by the theme? The theme is the start of the message. It is the first element in the sentence. Okay, this is the definition of the theme. The theme, what do we mean by theme, is the start of the message. It is the first element in the sentence. What do we mean by rhyme? The rhyme, here we have at the beginning of the sentence, okay? But here the rhyme is the point of completion of the message. It is normally occurs at the end of a sentence. Okay, we have 2 points as we have discussed. What are they? The 2 important. We have the theme and the rhyme. The rhyme occurs at the beginning of the sentence, and rhyme occurs at the end of the sentence. Of both of them, they start and end the message at first and the last element of the sentence. Let's move to next. We have here the 2 system information theme rhyme organization will be discussed in some detail in 2 following sections. Let's see here what doing by information distribution. It has been mentioned that the information carried by sentence element may be given or new. As we discussed previously, we said that we have information given and we have a new given information and new information. What given and new information are determined by context of sentence. Moreover, information is phonologically realized. Okay, information is phonologically okay according to phonetics. New information carries a heavy stress. New information carries a heavy stress. Okay, or a heavy stress. Usually the intonation nucleus. That means here we have a sense of intonation, whereas the element carrying given information has a light stress. The given information, the difference between the 2 things we said, okay, we have one can be retrieved and the other cannot be retrieved. Here the given information has a light stress, but the new information has heavy stress. One of the difference, okay, the second difference between the given and new information. The following example illustrates given and new information. This is example. Context: where is Layla? She is in the kitchen. In the response, she is in the given information because it occurs in the context, whereas in the kitchen is a new information because it cannot be retrieved from the context. Note, okay, pronouns usually indicate given information. Where are the pronouns? Here we have here given indicate, okay, given information indicate the okay given information. Here another example where are nearly whole sentence conveys new information. So we have the source, or we cannot be retrieved, and we have one is retrieved, and we have the doesn't retrieve the information. Let's move to next. Context number 2. Context: what's happening? The answer is going to be here. The police are looking for a stolen car. In the response, this is a question and this response. In the response, very little can be guessed from the context. Can be guessed from the context. This context, this question, but very little. Okay. It may be said that very element in the response expresses a new information if context of 2, this number 2, is slightly changed. This will affect the distribution of information in the sentence. Okay, this is because you know, very little guessing, you know, because this question, what's happening? The police are looking for a stolen car. So this is distribution of the information, you know, will be slightly changed. Let's move to number 3. We have here number 3, context. What are the police doing here? What are the police doing here? Okay. They are looking for a stolen car. In response, they refers given information. What is the given information? The police. Okay. They are, okay, they are looking for a stolen car. Here, in the response, they refers to given information. The rest of the sentence is new. Okay. Let's move to here, talk the information pattern. Are given information precedes new information is unmarked or neutral arrangement. However, a new information may provide given information. It may come initially or medially. For example, context. Who paid the bill? Who paid the bill? Peter did. Peter did. Who paid the bill? Peter did. In the response, Peter carries new information. The rest of the sentence is given. The rest of the sentence is given. But here we have a new information, Peter. Okay. The rest of the sentence is given. That's mean here the rest did. Okay. This a marked pattern. It has said information is phonologically realized. Okay. When you say Peter, you focus on the stress, phonologically realized. A heavy, a heavy stress when you say Peter did. Peter did. Here you have heavy stress when you say pronounced in a heavy stress. This, said this information, okay, which points to a new information because it has a heavy, okay, stress. And the part carrying heavy stress, okay, is termed information focus. Also, you focus on that information. In the market pattern, information focus comes at the end. Also, it comes at the end. If information focus on move to any element which doesn't usually carry information focus, the pattern is marked. For example, number 5. Any of the sentence elements may carry information focus depending on the context. That means here you concentrate on the context. Let's see here. We have here Susan, number 5. Susan visited her uncle last year. And focus. Where did you focus? Here. When did Susan visit her uncle? Last year. Okay. Okay. Susan visited her uncle last year, not her cousin. Not her cousin. Susan visited her uncle last year, not her cousin. Okay. Susan visited her uncle last year, not fond. She doing by visitation. She did a visitation to her uncle, not fond. Not she making a call, or she doesn't make a phone call. Okay. Number 8, we have here Susan visited her uncle last year. Susan and not her sister. No, okay. See here we have the same sentence, but we have different construction. Okay, and according this sentence, you can hear. You say here Susan visited last year, not focus. If you don't focus such this question or this sentence, sorry. Susan visited her uncle last year, not her cousin. Susan, she did. But here we visited, okay, but she didn't visit her uncle. She doesn't, or she didn't make phone call. She visited her uncle last year, and here Susan, not her sister, visited her uncle last year. Let's move to next. Here we have in number 5 to 8. The underlying elements carries a heavy stress. At the preposition level, these sentences express the same meaning because they have the same truth value. On the level of text meaning, however, they have different meaning. The context is adjusted between practice. Okay. Number 5, as we see in number 5, express that unmarked pattern. Number 6, 8, illustrate the marked patterns. In the marked pattern, only the part carrying information focus is new. The rest of a sentence is given. The unmarked pattern, on the other hand, is ambiguous. The end focus on or focus points to the end of the new information, but it doesn't show how far back the new information extends. The horizontal line in the following example show the various distribution and in the unmarked focus. Let's see here. Number 9. Susan visited her uncle. The context, whom, okay, or who did Susan visit? Her uncle, okay. Here we have Susan visited her uncle. According to the context, what did Susan do? Susan visited her uncle. Here, who did visit her uncle? Susan, okay. Here, Susan visited her uncle, according to context. What happened next after visitation? All these sentences illustrate unmarked pattern, which with the end focus, but given the new information. We have this most important in this lecture given, and we have the new information is given distributed. Is differently distributed. Okay, there is yet another market pattern where the end of focus carried a contrastive stress. Susan visited her uncle, and here we have, did Susan visit her mother? Distribution of information is obvious, important in translation. The original and the translated text should have the same information distribution. Should, okay? The original translated text should have the same information distribution, okay? And 13 and 14 have translational equivalence, that mean equally translated, with underlying elements showing the information focus on a new information. Let's see here. Ali went to market. ذهب علي إلى السوق. ذهب علي إلى السوق. Both English and Arabic sentences have end focus. They have identical context. Where did Ali go? Number 15, and we have 16. That's translation in number 16. Okay, here. Translation as here, you see number 16. Are not translational equivalent because they have different information distribution. English has a marked focus, and Arabic has a marked focus. See the difference. We have difference between English and Arabic. Where did Ali go? Ali went to market. ذهب علي إلى السوق. ذهب علي إلى السوق. Okay. Note the different context 15 and 16. In English sentence, to the market is an information. Where did Ali go? He went to, this is a new information. Okay. Whereas in Arabic sentence, the new information is as stated before, at the level of a sentence, meaning the active and the passive are equivalent. You know, the passive and the active should be equivalent, since they are usually express the same preposition. At the level of context, meaning, however, the active and the passive non-equivalent, since they realize different information distribution. Compare between active and passive here. Mary cooked the meal. Here we have a subject and we have a verb, and this is a complement, or this is object. Okay. Here this is a sentence is active. How can you know this is sentence active? We have here this is the subject, Mary. Okay. Cooked. Mary cooked the meal. Okay. Here we have this is a sentence is a passive. The passive was cooked by Mary. The meal was cooked by Mary. Here we have this the meal. This is the subject is going to be, because here it's changed to passive. Here is the object. It becomes here, and this becomes was, because singular. The meal it becomes one, and cooked here by Mary. This is past participle of the verb cooked. Here we have in a market pattern with the end of focus. The information focus and new information would be placed on meal in 17. Okay, meal here, but not Mary in 18. Similarly, the construction subject plus verb plus indirect object, direct object, and here we have subject plus verb and object and adverbial. Here we have this is subject and we have verb, and here we have object by Mary. Here adverbial is going to be adverb, which have the same meaning in the sentence level as a different on the level of information. Number 19, they have given John the first prize, and here they gave first prize to John. Here we have, as discussed here, this is a subject and this is a verb, and this is indirect object and this is the direct object. Okay, John indirect object, and we have the first prize direct object. We have number 20 or 20. They gave the first prize to John. They gave the first prize according here. Okay, the first prize to John. Subject plus verb plus object plus adverbial. Okay, adverbial here. This is subject. This is verb. This is the first prize. This is the direct object, and here adverbial. Let's see here in 19 information has to be taken to consideration rendering a text from one language into another. These two Arabic sentences. Okay, let's see here. أفسد الناس الدينار والدرهم. Here is going to become in English, the people have been corrupted by the dinar and the dirham, whereas the most likely translation of the 22 here, as you see here, number 22, okay, would be the active construction. The dinar and dirham have corrupted the people. Okay, this is our lecture is done, and be safe and stay at home, and I wish you a lovely and nice day. Our lecture is done by Mr. Mushtaq Diwan, and thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.